Hello, my cute cuddly Cancers. Welcome back. As you know, I'm Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your guided reading for the month of June. Please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy you send to me, the more energy I can send to you. So for anyone new here, welcome. We're going to be using the As Above deck for the general energy, and we're going to take a look into the light energy, which is, the more lighter karmic lessons of what's going on, and also what is known to us, what is in the light. And we also take a look at the shadow, which is the darker, deeper, more difficult karmic lessons, and what may be hidden from us, in the shadow. And then we try to bring it to the light, not only, to become aware of it, but also so that we can heal it. So I want to let you know, during my cleansing ceremony, my root chakra candle went out, okay? It just completely extinguished, and then when I relit it, it was so fiery. So I really do think that there might have been something in your root chakra that was dead. Might be some sexual energy that's being reawoken, because I will say in the root chakra video I did for Gemini season, Cancer, you had some very spicy energy. I'll link that at the end. But yeah, I went crazy. I also felt that that you might have been experimenting in witchcraft or some sort of energy manipulation, and this has gone very well for you. And that there's some sort of body consciousness that you are healing. I felt someone say, like, either this is going to make me love my body or I'm going to get into shape. So, anyway, we have ancestors generation. So I think you're very much working on some ancestral curses. Whoa. Yeah, that means it wanted to come out. Yeah, these ancestral curses that are, that have been passed down to you, you are healing like your generational trauma this month. Wow, beautiful. Your ancestors are helping you. They are guiding you. This is beautiful. Whenever I sneeze, it's always because something really wants to come out. So I think that it's, the stuff that, you're understanding this now. What else? Ocean, ebb and flow. So I think things are going to be going back and forth in some way. And I think that you're going to be coming to, a clear mind about how things do ebb and flow, that, nothing is ever going to be perfect. Like, you're meant to face adversity so you can break your ancestral curses, you know what I mean, and heal your lineage. Beautiful. Wow, what else is going on for Cancer for June? This is so beautiful. New moon, promise. Wow. So there is promise of some sort of new love that is going on. I feel like something that happened around the Gemini new moon, which we just had 2 days ago, was very, it was very telling, is what I'll say. I don't know. It's weird. I like dissociated for a while. So I feel like maybe you had some sort of dissociative response around the Gemini new moon, and you might have gotten some sort of insight during that. But there is promise of a new love. I don't know if you are getting together with a lover soon or something like that. And because it is Gemini, could be twin flame. So of course, we have, we're in Gemini season. We just had the Gemini new moon. We have the Venus retrograde in Gemini. Mercury has been in Gemini, and North Node moved to Gemini, making, the soul collective focus on twin flame energy. So, yeah. So I feel like there has been some sort of renewal in regards to that. All right, let's see. What is this ancestors generations? The Fool and the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, so you are just starting your journey, it looks like, of breaking ancestral curses. The Fool is the journey where you start. So I think that you have just started understanding this, and it's the 10 of Pentacles, which, is the family card. And I think that you are just coming into realization about how, what is within your DNA is also, cycles that you are completing within your, wow, within your family line. And I think you're really the first to deviate and take your own way and to really go down, you know, this spiritual path, you know, that you're really starting something new. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I think that there has been some sort of cycle that has been completed or will in June that has to do with a family member, because, you know, whenever the 10 comes out, it's a cycle that you have completed with another person. So what's the light aspect? Okay, I wanted to... Yeah, Bronzer using iron defense. So I feel like this person could be come and go. It's kind of like a boomerang feeling is what I was getting. And iron defense, so this is a steel type, so it's learning how to protect your energy, you know, your water and your fire, depending on which way you're looking at it with the triangle in the center, you know. So it's very much about building, of course, the physical security barrier, but also the energetic barrier of building your iron defense that way. It says, implements shaped like it were discovered in ancient tombs. It is unknown if they are related. Yeah, it's talking about being related. So I think that there is some ancient, you know, energy that is being activated within you, you know, of who you're related to, where you are really starting a whole new journey. Beautiful, Cancer. What's the shadow here? So you have a twin flame in the shadow. So it could be maybe that they're going through their shadow work is what I'm hearing, or they could just be connecting to you psychically. They might not be in your physical space, but, you know, because the twin flame journey, you know, triggers us to heal our ancestral curses. Absolutely. Like it very much is, you know, because it's in the shadow, it could just be that you're connecting psychically. And on the twin flame journey, the part that you're in is like healing your ancestral trauma. But for some of you, like I said, it could be that they are just, like maybe you're just physically not together, but you're still connecting. I mean, how could you not, right? All right, let's see. What is the ebb and flow of this ocean that's going to be happening in June? Yeah, and that's another thing, you know, with all this energy in Gemini, you know, may the gods help us all. There is going to definitely be this ebb and flow. Gemini season is going to cause, you know, you to go, but who better knows the ebb and flow than the moon, you know? And the thing is as the moon, you can control that ebb and flow to a certain extent, your own water. So we have the sun and the tower in reverse. Yeah, this is very much looking at the light energy of what's going on, you know, focusing on the sun, so not focusing on the moon. So I think this is very much keeping in a positive headspace, you know, spending time out in the sun and focusing on the positive things. Again, we have this family get together sort of energy. So I think it's, you know, focusing on the light aspect of it, and just, you know, when light is shed onto the situation, it's like, oh, you know, now I see it for what it is kind of energy. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be this tower moment of everything coming crashing down, of like, sayonara, suckers, you know, like that's not what it has to be. And understand that there is an ebb and flow in that energy. What's the light aspect here? Okay, yeah, so further clarifying, it seems like your ebb and flow, the light aspect is Galvantula using electro web. So, like I said, I feel like most of you have a twin flame back in your life, and you know, you're connecting through the electro web, through the inner web, and it's very much this solar plexus chakra. Like, you need to focus on this yellow energy, the solar plexus chakra of like, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, you know, personality, especially when it comes to this family situation. And you really need all your solar plexus energy for what you're doing. And it's like they might be trying to steal that from you because, you know, they're going through their shadow work, it appears. And so because they don't want to be in the shadow, they'll try to steal your solar plexus energy, you know, which is like, it's the Leo, it's the vital force, you know what I mean, of like who you are and stuff like that. So just be aware, make sure you are learning to put up your defenses in that way, so that way you can, you know, control the ebb and the flow of your energy as much as possible, you know, especially because, you know, this person at any time might be, you know, messaging you, texting you, things like that through the internet, and, you know, trying to take your energy away from you. So just be aware that you need to use that elsewhere. It says, they employ an electrically charged web to trap their prey. While it is immobilized by shock, they leisurely consume it. Yeah, I feel like your twin flame or your soulmate, although this is the twin flame card, like definitely, you know, feeds off your solar plexus energy, where it's like, you know, like they leisurely consume it. They're kind of like lazy about it. It's like, you know, like, yeah, they know that you're in the web, and then just like leisurely consume energy from them. Either that, or you're doing it to this person, you know, and maybe that's how you're building up your shine, is not through a tower moment by, you know, like ruining their life or anything like that. It's just by like, I'm going to leisurely consume like your energy so I get built up. Wow, Cancer. This is pretty aerial view. What's the shadow here? We are going to look more in the extended. I'm going to ask definitely more about this. So yeah, it's stuck. So wish. There's a wish fulfillment here in the shadow. I don't know if it's manifested or if it's going to manifest in June, but this is a stuck wish. And Fulbebe, you know, this is a fairy type, so it is some sort of one-on-one partnership. So I think that you both are wishing for this. There is some sort of, you know, wish fulfillment here. It says, when it finds a flower it likes, it dwells on the flower its whole life long. It floats in the wind's embrace with an untroubled heart. Yeah, so, you know, like someone found the flower that they love and wants... Well, that's the second time someone's been zipping around. So this person, like, the thing is, it's in the shadow. So you both have this wish fulfillment of like, yes, I want this, and, you know, like, want to spend my life with you sort of energy. But, you know, we did hear the motorcycles twice. So I feel like there might be a runner sort of situation, you know, in terms of that twin flame that's in the psychic energy. But that's okay, because you're focused on some other higher shit. But just know that that wish fulfillment is definitely still in your energy. Like, they know you're the flower they want to land on, or like, you know, that you want to land on that flower. You know, you both have the same wish. All right, what is this promise of the new moon? What is the promise of the new moon? The Five of Wands in reverse, Ten of Wands in reverse, Knight of Chalices, and Knave of Wands. Okay. So there's some evolving that's going to be going on here. I think you guys have agreed where it's like you have made some sort of promise where it's like no more fighting, you know, we're not going to necessarily, you know, live together. Like, you haven't, there's a promise to be together, but I don't think it's necessarily anytime soon is what I'm hearing. Because like there's still work that needs to be done, but you're done trying to like pick a date, you know, or trying to plan things. It's like, we don't need to, you know, argue about that sort of stuff, because, you know, eventually it will be the Ten of Wands. And this is when you both like have everything that you need, the nice house, you know, the phone, the, you know, coming home to sweetie and after work and gonna, you know, cook dinner and then, you know, whatever, of having that life. Like, you're done fighting about that. And they're very much like, here the divine feminine and divine masculine are of also some sort of promise where, you know, the divine feminine seems, like I said, you might be, you know, getting interested in witchcraft and stuff. Like, the Knave of Wands here is a beginner who starts learning about wands, about, you know, spirit of, you know, intention and, you know, energy manipulation. So I feel like someone is starting their journey on this energy manipulation, and, you know, the divine masculine is still a little bit underdeveloped in the way that they give out their cups. So how they express emotions and the emotionality of things is a little immature in that way. So, you know, like the fire and the water, like I said about protecting the fire and the water. So it looks like the way to get them to, you know, evolve their emotional abilities is by you getting up on your fire abilities. Beautiful. What's the light energy here? So, all right, that's too many. We had Litwick and Stunkfish. If they want to come out again, they will. And then we had 3 other ones, but can we be more specific, please? Okay. Bag on using almost flight. So, you know, this is twin flame energy because it is dragon type, double dragon. So, there could be a promise for you where you're going to get together and almost flight. You know, there it is, fire and water together, almost flight. Like, you know, of almost being together. So I feel like some of you might have had a flight that was planned that, you know, almost happened, but it got canceled, which is really common right now considering everything that's going on in the world. Like, you know, so I feel like there was some sort of travel that didn't happen, and it's like, you know what, fuck it, we're not going to set a date on this. You know, it's not like we're going to buy a house together right now. You know, like you're not at that point, but it's like, you know, you're both focusing on something else. It says, dreaming of one day flying, it practices by leaping off cliffs every day. Yeah, so, you know, this, you know, it's dreaming of flying. So it might be that you guys really want to come together, and until that can happen, you know, you guys are focusing on these things. What's the shadow here? What's the shadow here? All right, so we have Persian using ambush, Elegum using Psych Up in reverse, and Slackoth using Big Lawn. So this is a lot going on. I mean, obviously, yes, you've just started a journey of breaking your ancestral curses, and I feel like a lot of information has sort of ambushed you. I mean, like with all this Gemini energy, we're all ambushed. I feel you. I feel you. And it's like not really making you psyched up to do this. You know, you're kind of like at a big yawn of like, oh, like I really don't want to do this work right now. And that's okay because, you know, Gemini season is not necessarily the time to do the physical work. You know, that's more Virgo season, maybe even Leo season. Like, you know, Gemini season is when you think about it, and then Cancer season is when you feel about it, and then Leo season is when you start, you know, expressing, and then Virgo season is when you start doing. And then, you know, Libra is when you start balancing what it is, and Scorpio, we'll just leave it there. So, you know, I feel like don't feel too overwhelmed by this. It's okay if you're feeling a little bit lazy is what I'm hearing. It says, and it's not lazy, you know, but I mean, slack off is known as like the, you know, it's like slacking off. It says its lithe muscles allow it to walk around without making a sound. It attacks at an instant. So, yeah, I feel like you're going to be getting sort of synchronicities consistently, and it's really going to be, you know, a little bit overwhelming, and it might mess with your third eye. So again, it's important for you to learn how to protect your energy so that way, you know, your psychic energy doesn't get exhausted. It says rumors of its origin are linked to a UFO crash site in the desert 50 years ago. So I do think, you know, maybe you might be doing a lot of conspiracy theory sort of energy, but what I'm hearing is like, don't be looking into that. It's time to look in the mirror and look at your own psychic reflection here. Even though you might have, you know, big yawn of like, oh, you know, like that seems like too much work. I don't want to do it. It will come naturally eventually. So just be patient with yourself. It says, the way Slackoth lolls around makes anyone who watches it feel like doing the same. So that's another thing. You need to be careful of the people who are in your surrounding that might be influencing you to, you know, be spiritually lazy. You know, because if the people around you are slacking off like this and are big yawns, then it's going to, you know, make you feel the same. So just be aware of that. Whoa, I went to drink water and somehow I just like splashed all over myself. So Be careful of people who are drinking too much, because I almost like choked on my water. Again, we'll look more into, you know, what ancestral curses you're starting to break. You know what I mean? Like which one needs to be addressed head on at this moment. And also, you know, the ebb and flow, how to, you know, help maintain this balance. And then we will look deeper at this twin flame promise that's going on. But okay. Love changes everything. Days are longer, words mean more, joy is more intense, pain is deeper, love can turn your world around, and that world will last forever. Yeah, I feel like it's this twin flame awakening that you've had where you've kind of like broken through the veil, and you know, it's changed everything for you now, and now it's triggering, you know, that the journey. All right, let's see, what should Cancer focus on healing during this time? What should Cancer focus on healing during the month of June? Yeah, so it's like, I usually don't do these in reverse, but they've been feeling good when they come out reverse. Like, this doesn't have to be, like, you have been rebirthed, absolutely. But it's like, like, now's the time to start the journey. It doesn't have to be this huge, you know, crazy transformation. You know what I mean? Like, this is not something that just happens. This is a journey that you go on. You know, it's a spiritual journey. So, and also, you know, I feel like part of what you're doing is so that you don't pass it on, is what I'm hearing. Like, you're recognizing that if you have kids, you're going to pass on everything that's in your genetics, and you are going to stimulate, you know, epigenetically control their expressions, behavior-wise, based on your patterns that you inherited. What else should be focused on healing? What else should be focused on healing? Love. Yeah, so I feel like what this relationship needs is just the focus on the love itself. Not any of like the dates and when are we going to see each other, but just giving love. So, yeah, I mean, because it's a twin flame situation, and I see that everywhere, it very much, you know, what else can you give it other than unconditional love? That is very important. So, okay, my dear Cancers, if you'd like to look deeper, the link is in the description box below. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more I can send back to you. And if you're interested in a private reading, feel free to email me at sachithescorpio@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram at sachithescorpio. Okay, and I hope to see you again for the next reading. Bye-bye.